Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm sure you guys will be better than that, right? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Are you excited?
Yes.
We are just as excited as you are. Welcome to the 6th Semi-Annual Career Choice. You're in store for a great program. We have a great group of representatives, exhibitors, as well as panelists. My name is Harry Washington. I'm the president of Patuxent Research Corporation. We were established in 2008 with the purpose of encouraging students to seek degrees and careers in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. One of the things, well, three of the things that we focus on is education, leadership, and community. Parents will have a chance to win prizes, as well as we'll have students have a chance to win prizes. The other thing I want to do is introduce our exhibitors. We have a great group of exhibitors. We're going to start with Ms. Saunders from the National Society of Black Engineers. She's going to tell you a little bit about our program. We're going to move briefly through this so we can introduce our panel and then start our program. Yes,
Good morning. I am so excited that you're all here today. My name is Nicole Saunders. I am with the National Society of Black Engineers. Our goal is to increase the number of culturally responsible Black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and make an impact in their community. And so I'm looking forward to sharing with you some of our programs that we're implementing in the schools from K to 12 to expose students to science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and I will have plenty of information for you, lots of take-homes, so please come see me later today.
We're going to start with one of our old friends, the Patuxent Research Refuge.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Thea Briggs. I'll start out by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Louisiana. I went to school at Grambling State University. I majored in wildlife biology. I'm currently an assistant refuge manager. I manage 8,000 acres of land in Laurel, Maryland, part of the Patuxent Research Refuge. Basically, Patuxent Research Refuge is a part of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which is land set aside by the government, managed for the distinct purpose of conservation of wildlife. So just want to give you another avenue you might not have thought about in science. Wildlife biology is very fun, it's very rewarding, good career to go into, and not a lot of minorities are in wildlife biology and wildlife conservation. So that's another avenue always you can think about.
Thank you. Our last exhibitor will be Mr. Gerard Cooper with Computer Wiz Kids.
Good morning. How are you guys doing? I run a company called Computer Wiz Kids. Basically, we teach kids how to build computers. How many of you guys like gaming? Gaming? Sure. Okay, all right. Well, we figured if you like gaming, you like computers, but there's another side to it. You got to have a career. That's why you're here to find out about careers. Well, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a dancer. So I went to New York and I started breakdancing. Got on commercials, did television, but I always had something to fall back on. And that one thing was IT. Because I realized, being in New York, didn't want to be a starving actor. We set up programs in schools for after-school programs so that we could show kids you can build a computer, you can take it apart, you can troubleshoot, you can game, but there's another way to make money and something to fall back on. So we have a booth set up. Got a couple games out there for you to come by, and if you want to learn how to take a computer apart and put it back together, we'll teach you. Have fun.
I'm sure the parents will love that.
We're going to encourage you during our breaks to visit exhibitors, learn more information about them. Another person we want to, before we introduce our panel, they're going to give a brief overview of themselves, and then we're going to get started. But our Vice President, Ms. Patrice Jones, she's going to say, Patrice Jones, Washington, will say a few words.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you all for coming. This is actually our 6th semi-annual career choice event, so we're always very excited, and we're so happy that you're here to learn about these different career paths in science, technology, engineering, and math. In addition to that, we're going to share a little bit about career options and talk about how to land that job. So after the panel introduces themselves, I'm going to talk to you all about networking, because as a profession, I help students and adults grow through training on their jobs. So I help them land their jobs. So I want to talk to you all about that. So once you've determined what you want to do, let's talk about how to network, how to talk to that person who's going to help you get the job you want. So I'm going to turn it back over to Harry, who's going to introduce the panel.
And definitely, like I said, they're a lovely panel. I want to, you guys can give them a hand because they gave their time. We're going to start with Dr. Bunny, who's been here for the second time.
Okay. Hello, my name is Dr. Mashiko Funyun. I am, just a little bit of background about myself. I am originally from Richmond, Virginia. I actually graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Morgan State University, so I'm very happy to be here this morning. I graduated in '95, and I went on to the Pennsylvania College of Optometry, which is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Graduated with a doctorate of optometry in 1999. And since then, I've been practicing optometry in Prince George's County, Maryland, for about 13 years now. For those of you who are not familiar with optometry, I am an eye doctor. Optometrists are general eye doctors, where ophthalmologists are eye surgeons and physicians. I guess that's...
We're going to try to keep this under a minute.
Okay.
As soon as we want to get a chance to meet you guys.
Okay.
And Dr. Gordon, if you grace us with your presence.
Sure. Good morning. I'm Dr. William Gordon. I don't know what the chances are of having two people sitting next to each other from Richmond, Virginia, but I'm the second person from Richmond, Virginia. But my area of expertise is something called plant physiology and biochemistry, much more emphasis on biochemistry than physiology. I've taught for a number of years. I won't give the number, but a number of years at Howard University. And I've been there with the exception of a 2-year leave of absence where I had the pleasure and honor of working with the president of this organization, Mr. Harry Washington. I met him at the National Science Foundation when I worked there. And he and I had talks and discussions, and so it is not a surprise to me that Mr. Washington has chosen to develop a program like this because it's always been a part of his interest to advance science, technology, and engineering and mathematics, and so I'm very happy to be a part of this program, and I appreciate it very much and continue to ask him to come.
Lieutenant Colonel Ellis.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Colonel J.D. Ellis. I'm originally from Miami, Florida, so goodness there. And I am here, living now currently in Alexandria, Virginia, courtesy of the United States Air Force, which got me this education. This is actually a Civil Air Patrol uniform. It's not an Air Force uniform. It's a Civil Air Patrol uniform, which is the auxiliary of the Air Force. And because I joined this organization, which you can join as early as 12 years old, so you can join now. That got me on the track of aerospace education and interest in the Air Force. And through the courtesy of the Air Force, I became a navigator of C-130s, cargo aircraft that paratroopers jump out of. So I did that on the first half of my career. Second half of the career was mostly staff work and paperwork. But still, I had a very enjoyable Air Force career. I just retired from active duty just 3 years ago. However, I'm still working for the Air Force as a civilian in the GS. So I'm still connected with the Air Force and connected as the Air Force auxiliary side with the Civil Air Patrol. So my purpose here really is to talk to you about the Civil Air Patrol and how, as you join and parents can join the organization, and we have our own fleet of aircraft. The organization will produce pilots and folks that are interested in aviation, all aspects of aerospace.
The panelists can also use that microphone because we have tape as well. Dr. Hampton.
Must I use the microphone? Hopefully they can hear me. Carl Hampton. I'm a clinical psychologist. I have a a consulting firm where I do provide clinical, forensic, and substance abuse services around the DC, Virginia, Maryland area. So I've done offices in Baltimore, DC, PG County, done some work in Virginia. I'm a psychologist, so I don't know if that's, STEM, but everything about, if you're a psychologist, you have a doctorate. If you have a doctorate, then you've had to do a lot of math and science work. There are so many areas of psychology that are more geared toward the hard sciences. My colleague to the left, his wife is a neuropsychologist. And so if you have a PhD, you're going to do math and science, no matter where you are and what you want to do. So I'm here to just try to expand our concept of what is really STEM. Because if research is done in all areas, all professional areas, and that research is math and science. Math, the biopsychosocial model, there is one model. There is all this stuff is separated only by discipline because of political reasons. There's one system. All systems work together. And so one of the biggest things that I want to say is that the different disciplines have to work across discipline. That's how we solve that's how we really solve problems. You have to attack things from a multidiscipline perspective. And so the integration of all is really what's gonna move us into the next century of development. And so that's my piece for today. We really got to integrate services.
Dr. Whelan.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is John Wheatland. I'm originally from the Bronx, New York. I guess some people already knew that, they heard that. Anyway, I'm an engineer. I got my electrical engineering degree in 1972 from the City College of New York. Got a master's from the University of Bridgeport in 1974. And right after that, I started working for the IBM Corporation. I was a systems engineer for them, manager, a number of other things for about 18 and a half years, and that stopped being fun. I left them and came here to Morgan, where I'm the director of freshman programs for the School of Engineering. I've been here since 1993 and had the opportunity to work with a great many young men and women who come out of high school and who have been successful in getting their engineering degrees. I got my doctorate in education here at Morgan in the year 2000.
Again, you'll get to meet them towards the end of the program and ask some questions. Right now, we're going to start with our first presenter. That's our Vice President, Ms. Patricia Walsh.
Thank you, Harry. I'll use the mic if you guys need me to project a little louder. But we thought it was very important to talk about networking, because networking, essentially, it matters in everything that we do. Those who are seeking internships, those who are going to college, everything we do, networking plays a part in it. And so when Harry and I were talking, we were like, well, let's kind of talk about that pitch, that 60-second pitch. That if you have 60 seconds with someone, you have 60 seconds with someone on this panel who works in the field that you desire to work in, what would you say to them in that 60 minutes that tells them a little bit about you that'll stick with them? Because you only have 1 minute. You know, the attention span is quick. People are moving. They have things to do, places to go, things to do. What would you say about yourself in that 60 seconds if you had that opportunity? First, let me ask, is everyone here familiar with the pitch? Have you heard about an elevator pitch? Yeah? Okay. Yes, some people are shaking their heads. Yes, some people are saying no. Okay. And I know, like, in an age of social media, we do a lot of our networking and chatting online. I am a huge social media junkie, but I'm also a huge talker. I like that face-to-face interaction. And face-to-face interaction, it plays a huge part. And I'm all about, we're going to get people talking today. We're going to get people moving. So we're going to play a game. So I'm going to have you look to the person. How about we just face the person next to us? All right. Yeah. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Okay. Face the person. Face the person. Face the person next to you. Okay. The person standing next to you, let's just say this person represents Mr. or Mrs. Opportunity. This is the person that you've been dying to talk to. They're that college, administrator, it's that internship, the CEO. This is that person you really want to talk to, and you want them to remember you because you want that job or you want that internship, that scholarship, whatever it is you want from this person. So if you had 1 minute standing next to them, what would you say that would make them remember you and say, hey, got to make sure they get my email address. I have to make sure they get my phone number. Think about that. You want to share some highlights. It could be your educational pursuits. It could be your career pursuits. It could be something about you that's different that you think they should know. Take a moment and think about that and share your pitch with that person. And one person's got Mr. or Mrs. Opportunity. We're going to rotate. So the next person's going to be Mr. or Mrs. Opportunity as well. Are we clear? Are we clear? Should I explain a little more? How are we feeling about this exercise? Feeling good? Feeling good? Okay. Let's take a few seconds to think about it. Everybody wants to be opportunity. They don't want to be the person seeking opportunity. And you never know. Maybe in the end, we're going to have someone share their pitch with us. Now it's quiet. But you don't know. You might win something. So let's just play and have a little fun. And practice makes perfect. So there's no right or wrong answer. You're just sharing that tidbit about yourself with that person. So let's just get to thinking, because I want to hear this. All right. So we have 3 people here. So someone's like the vice president, someone's like the CEO, and then we have this person who wants to get the job, right? All right. So carry on. That's wonderful. All right. So we've had an opportunity to kind of get in that moment, because if that was a real life moment, that's all you have. That's all you have is about, I see we're all still excited about it. But that's all you have. All you have is that short window of opportunity to tell them some things about yourself. And in that quick conversation we just had, that quick exercise, would someone like to share with everyone their pitch? Because we all learn from each other, right? Yes. Please. Oh, wait. I have 2 people who will do it.
Hi, my name is Marsha Jones. I am the STEM coordinator at Woodmore Elementary School. I've held a position for about 8 years, and I'm just happy to be here.
Great. Now that's a good example of a pitch. She shared her name. Number 1, you always want to make sure you say your name. She shared her name. She shared her occupation. She said, so she left things that are memorable. And I want to hear some more pitches, and I have someone here who wants to share their pitch with us.
Hello, I'm a student at North County High School, and ever since I was little, I wanted to be a pharmacist. My mother was a pharmacist when she was in China, her hometown, but she came to America, and she's not a pharmacist anymore. But I've had this dream ever since I was little, and I just want to reach it. And I think it's amazing how you can not only help people, but you can also discover things that no one else has ever found before. And I'm an adventure type of person. I like going in the woods and finding new things. So I think this is adaptable.
Awesome. That's a great pitch.
What's your name?
Oh, thank you. I'd probably call you back, hey, what's your name again? Because I really loved your story. So you left me with something that's memorable about you. So if we were in that elevator, I would remember you. Do we have anyone else here who would like to share their pitch? Okay.
Hi, my name is Ivan Kilos. I'm also going to North County. Ever since I was really little, I've loved technology forever, and I always check for technology. I'm always into technological news, and that's why I kind of went to the STEM program. And I kind of want to be, when I grow up, either an aerospace engineer or some sort of computer engineer, so I can build something important in society.
That's great. That's great. I would definitely remember your pitch as well. We have another person who wants to share their pitch.
My name is Dottie Blackfield. This is my second term as being an elected official in Prince George's County. I graduated from Howard University. I was a manager there for at IBM for a number of years. And because of my experience at IBM, I became the director of Black Women's Agenda.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you all for sharing your pitch with us. So the pitch is very important, and it's something that takes practice, and you have to just practice it. Grab a friend, practice your pitch. Just do it for like 30 to 60 seconds until you get very comfortable with it, so it just rolls off your tongue. Because think about it, when you do go into an interview, the first thing the hiring manager is going to say is, tell me about yourself. So you've already programmed yourself early on who you want to what you want to share, and it really helps. One thing people might not know about me is that I have never applied for a job, ever. When I graduated undergrad, when I graduated a master's, I've networked my way all the way through everything I wanted. At 25 years old, I managed 20 people who are probably older than their parents. Why? Because I know how to network. And it's something that I learned very young, at a very young age, like many of you. So it's something that's very important. It's going to carry you a very long way. So I think that's a wrap on networking. But in the end, I'd love for you all to share your pitch with our panel. As you hear their stories, as you learn more about their professions, share with them your pitch, because maybe they have an internship, or maybe they know someone who they're going to tell you about. So take this opportunity today to practice your pitch for your professional development.
I'm sure you enjoyed that, right? Yeah. So we're going to practice our pitches, right? Yeah. Okay. So right now it's trivia time. Everybody's happy.
Can we get a prize?
Yeah, they get a prize.
You might.
They get a prize. Our first prize, Dave and Buster Game Club. Who wants to share their pitch? Who wants to share their pitch? Going once? Going twice? Who wants to share their pitch? Come on, who wants to share their pitch? Going once? Going twice? Okay. We're going to give it to a student. Come. Now, what were the tips that Patrice shared? What were the tips that she shared?
Your name.
Your name. Occupation. What else?
What if I don't have an occupation?
Well, you're a student. That is occupation. So speak clearly to everyone. Turn your face to everyone. Speak clearly to them.
They're all
Yeah, they're all opportunities. Yes, all of them are opportunities.
Okay, hi, my name is Sandy, and I'm a student at North County in the STEM program. And I am definitely a science person and more of a physics person. So I'm definitely more of a physics person, and so, but I'm definitely I love all types of science. So I'm starting a club at our school called Science Olympiad, and we would definitely love for anyone here who is like a STEM professional to definitely help us out with that. And so, yeah. I didn't know what to say.
Give her a hand, please. You want your prayer? You got it. All right, so we're going to move on with our agenda. Our next presenter is Ms. Regina Robinson, Student for Success, Career Planning Strategy.
Hi, good morning. Again, my name is Regina Robinson, and I'm the founder of Student for Success College Planning Services, and I work with middle school and high school students on getting prepared and getting on the right track for getting into the college admissions process. We've been in business since 2008. We were founded, and we work with students in the Washington metropolitan area. For 9 years, I was a high school business education teacher where I taught students business and entrepreneurship. So elevated pitch is one of the things we do as entrepreneurship teachers and students. So that's really great that you guys have that now, because all students should know how to do an actual pitch. Because that is in fact how you're going to sell yourself. Not only to a person you're looking to get into career-wise, but when you go on those college interviews, that is going to be a very important tip. Now, you get more than 60 seconds, though, which is a good thing to explain yourself. But at least you know how to pitch who you are and what you're interested in and what you're looking for from that college and university. I am an undergraduate from Bowie State University, right in Bowie, Maryland, and I got my graduate degree right at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. We've been working with high school students throughout my career as a business education teacher. I've always worked with students in my class with helping them get through the college process, and that is making sure they're keeping up their grades. How many of you guys have at least, and you're in the STEM program, so I know you have to keep a GPA, so how many of you guys have at least above a 3.0? Great, that's exciting. I can say that sometimes in different workshops, and only a few hands go up, not all the hands of the kids in the room. So now, you guys are all 9th graders, correct? All 9th graders, great. But it's very important as early as 9th grade parents for the students to start prepping and practicing for the SAT and ACT. You cannot get into college without it, okay? Especially if you're going to go to college and follow STEM programs. You need to make sure you have good test scores. You already have the grades, now it's the test scores. Now I know you're in a STEM program, do you take AP and honors courses? Very important. Stay on track all the way through high school with your AP and honors courses, don't stop. Anybody in the IB program also? Or can you not do both at school? You can't do both, okay. How many of you guys have actually started visiting colleges? Just because they have a good STEM program does not mean they're a great college for your child. So to be able to go and visit a number of schools is going to help them and be beneficial for them as well. And then a lot of times schools only talk a lot about the SAT, but students should also take the ACT. The ACT is designed just like your academic courses. Math, science, all of those courses are right on the ACT. Most kids will only take the SAT and never know how well they'll do on the ACT.